Okay, boys, I got my sanding center, I think, pretty much tweaked out. Of course, that'll change when the next piece comes in. I think what I'm going to want to do with this corner is sort of get my final machines in place. And you can see now that the Engleberg has got belts on it. I've got, I've got it set up in my sanding area. I've run the 3-phase power 550. I've got a control over by the office door, so I can turn on the rotary phase and have all my sanding equipment in place. So anyway, I thought I'd show you my little sanding area starting to come together, and anyway, this is what it looks like. So I'll show you how it kind of works. The Engleberg's pretty good. It's basically a vertical disc sander, but I've tried it with some other things. Anyway, I turned some little hangers for my belts, and I've got a nice little control here for the rotary phase. Got a bit of a spool around the motor. If I do need to slide that machine out for a special operation, I can. Got my spindles for the spindle shaper, or the spindle sander, up in here for my papers, and a little light. So I'm pretty happy with this setup. And of course, it'll change. I think what I'll end up doing is getting rid of the Progress and putting a 24-inch disc in there instead. I don't really need the band anymore with the Engleberg, and so that'll make this little section nice and neat, and then I can pipe it for collection. So I'm pretty happy with that so far. The other little additions have been, I did get the little printer saw finally shipped up at Mark in Burlington picked up for me. This is a very interesting little saw. It's actually a present for a friend of mine who does carvings and only lives in an apartment. I've got some parts off it. I'm just going to clean it and get it in business. But it's, I don't know if I've got this focused in on the controls, but it's a very interesting sort of rise and fall. You squeeze a trigger here like a handgun, This is your quick rise and fall of the blade. This is your fine adjustment. It's really quite thick. This you flip out of the way. That'll bring it up to change blades. So this is a printer saw for wooden block printing. And of course it's missing a special apparatus that would hold little tiny wood blocks that would run past. Not sure what the grinder is for, but it also had a light, 1950s light, and I ended up really being interested in this saw because of the light, and then it came to me that I could give it as a gift to my friend. It runs very quiet. It's a 3rd horsepower. This is of course where the light went. It went on the mortiser, and has become a great addition. There was this little spot at the back of the Traveler that I wasn't sure what it was, and a gentleman down in Australia found some documentation on Stener equipment, and I'd seen the light there. And of course, once the knowledge is released about a machine's completeness, it is almost impossible not to start searching the world over for these things to make them complete. Very interesting in that the light travels with the stroke. I'll sort of show you. But it flexes around and can do all kinds of articulation. So I'll step back so you can sort of see. I'll just turn this off. You can see that the light travels with it, so you can adjust it to whatever you want. Once you've got it set up, it gives you some really nice light, and you can make your plunges and it moves out of the way. It's very interesting. You've ever seen a light that is articulated? Now this of course can come right up out of your way if you want. It's very strange. Anyway, a lovely addition to my Stener mortiser, and thanks to Mark in Burlington for all of this. And this little saw will be in an apartment, actually a little laundry room in an apartment, so we're calling it the dirty laundry saw. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.